Recently, I saw this new game appear in my Steam shared library. It's a lovely looking pixel art strategy, city builder, roguelite kind of game. Not overly complex, but gives just enough choices to scratch that tactical decision making itch. It was a friend of mine that got it, yet for days was unable to play it, all because it was constantly being used by someone. Me. Look, I'm sorry, this game is as difficult to put away as it is to play. I was struggling to keep up with enemies on my first few attempts. Instead, you're meant to try to survive for as long as you can while unlocking as many permanent upgrades as possible, as they say, for those who come after. I generally dislike when games rely on that kind of meta progression too much, as it undermines the importance of player skill when the deciding factor is how many upgrades you got. But Super Fantasy Kingdom feels almost like an incremental game, where such progression is the point, and efficiently unlocking everything is the main gameplay. Prioritize short-term success, and you'll hate how little progress you make. But if you focus on long-term improvements, you will get to the endgame in no time, and will probably enjoy the ride. Choosing whether to spend your precious meta currency on extra materials to start your next runs with, give it away to some witch not knowing whether she'll ever repay you, or use it to build a road hoping that it will lead you to something even more enticing, and not some pointless building that you'll never use. When making decisions, you often won't know for sure what's going to be more beneficial to you, and that mystery is what makes it fun. What seals the deal, though, is that most of the outcomes of those choices are pretty impactful. An extra worker basically doubles your productivity at the start of the game, and the sooner you can get wood for the first house, the sooner it will be triple instead. Knowing that, you'll always want to go for just one more run because you'll be excited to see how much better you can do with all the stuff that you've unlocked on your previous attempt. And when you'll run out of upgrades to get, there will still be lots of units and characters and even an entire alternate undead empire to play as. So, long story short, there's plenty of content, and it seems like even more is on the way. But there's one more thing that really draws me to this game: comedy.
What? Wait, that's it?
I'm not talking megabonk kind of puns and references, though there are plenty of those here. I'm talking about unbelievably, awkwardly terrible dialogue.
Fascinating.
What?
Just so that you understand, there's no story in this game. You're given no context for anything, and there's almost nothing to learn narrative-wise throughout the whole thing. And that's absolutely fine for a game that focuses on gameplay. But for some reason, Super Fantasy Kingdom doesn't agree, and so it tries to make it seem like there's some sort of story happening through the occasional dialogue with NPCs that feels like, and I'm not exaggerating here, was written by a 5-year-old.
Oh my god.
There's no depth, no context, no reason for it to exist, but it's there, and I'm all for it, baby. It's so bad that it's good. It feels just like overhearing a nonsensical conversation in Oblivion. Everything is so awkward, like some sort of fever dream. When the voiceover doesn't match the written lines, but neither of them make sense or hold any information anyway. Or when you get a conversation between characters that are drawn in completely different styles, like this pixelated pirate portrait that looks ridiculous speaking to a full-drawn skeleton. Makes me wonder if all of this was intentional or not, but I love it regardless. And if you find it as humorous as I do, maybe give this game a chance, as there's a lot more where that came from.
Please.